Let's see if I can explain this in a way that makes sense. I see life as an explosion from the center outwards. It's going to be equal all directions. Bacteria, whatever. But then when we come to the segmentation process, where it has to turn into a square and another square next to it in order to fill this volume, the difference between the inside of the circle and the square is the 6.618. Now, if we take it to where you cube the sphere instead of square the circle, it's the same thing. And that picture draws what's going on is the difference between making a chain of lipids in a circle and in a square, because it's filling up the volume of the square, 6.618. You see that? That's the difference between the square, the cube, and the sphere. Now, I haven't quite made the connection yet in a sense that science will understand. But this number here, 0.618, and this stupid thing, to me has a relationship with right hand, left hand, which we already know is magnetism, filling the volume. So one of those has to be stronger than the other, otherwise there is no growth mechanism. Everything is stagnant one way to the other. But one has to be slightly more powerful in order to push one direction and make things grow. Approximately 11.8% of the population is right-handed. I know the ion stream around this part of space is northward, which is going to be right hand. So if I have two equal areas, one pushing against the other, and I take that number 11.8 and add it to 50% on one side, push, I get 0.618. The difference between right hand and left hand, and it matches the area of space we're in down to all animals in existence, all right-handed. So that when we drift over a left-hand space, it's going to turn out to be the opposite, and only 11% of the population will survive. We're going to include those who are partially ambidextrous, and the offspring can survive. But that's what I'm seeing, is this difference, the geometric difference that I show you in that video, that explains why the golden ratio and the squares and the cubes and the spheres work. It turns out to be exactly what's going on here. Make any sense?